यू डिवाइस टेम्पलेट
अब आएगी आवाज़।
नहीं सिलेक्ट नहीं हुआ सर।
नहीं मैंने जानबूझ के नहीं किया। अब आप देखें आवाज़ आ रही है। आएगी
सही अभी यहाँ सेटिंग
मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा था सर। अभी स्क्रीन क्या आ रही है?
जानबूझ के वो अपनी भी आवाज़ आ रही है माइक पर। एक मिनट वो स्टॉप कर दिया ना।
कौन सा कौन सा?
देखिए अभी तक हमारी आवाज़ आ रही है।
मतलब वहाँ से वो जो बोल रहे हैं ना वो माइक कैप्चर कर रहा है, वो आ रहा है। सिस्टम माइक नहीं जा रहा, ये हमारी आवाज़ आ रही है।
ये क्या ऑडियो इनपुट कैप्चर?
जी एक सेकेंड, मेरे हाथ से ये डिफ़ॉल्ट
डेस्कटॉप आइडिया उसको
वो तो सब बंद पड़ा है। ये वाला चेक करते हैं।
ये तो माइक्रो
एक ही है ये भी माइक्रोफोन, ये भी माइक्रोफोन। सिस्टम वॉइस नहीं जा रही, सिस्टम वॉइस नहीं जा रही
अंदर आया
और इसमें सिस्टम वॉइस भी जाती है इसी से।
वही है ना सेकंड आया था बस डिवाइस टाइम
दोनों में सेम ही जा रहा है। अच्छा एक सेकेंड, आपका स्पीकर ऑन है इसका?
का ऑन है।
देखिए ऑन करें, इसको निकाल के एक मिनट ऑन करें। निकाल, अब देखिए क्या से। हेलो
कैसे होगी?
दोबारा है वहाँ तो सिंपल प्रॉपर्टीज़ में
एडवांस ऑडियो
प्रॉपर्टीज आप चेक करें। इसकी साउंड खोलिए।
ये क्या ये डेस्कटॉप ऑडियो
ये डेस्कटॉप ऑडियो ये ओपन नहीं करना है, आपने
the
select कर दिया
challenges
है।
and goals that face them. And they're also motivated to
शायद
deploy strategies and attribute their success to the user strategy.
ओके कर दें।
And also, good readers are able to understand what strategy is appropriate for what purpose.
डिलीट कर दें।
I also use a term called metacognition. I understand it's getting a bit dense because there's so many concepts I'm throwing right now, but it's important to understand that the term metacognition means, you might have heard about it, it basically in layman terms means thinking about thinking, okay? Which means you think about what you're thinking. And in terms of reading, readers basically think about what reading strategies they are using to understand the text. And all good readers, all effective readers are metacognitively aware of their cognitive processes, which means they understand what they are doing while reading, even if it is not at the conscious level. If somebody asks them, how did you arrive at the right answer? They will be able to point out a cognitive process by obviously reflecting and thinking a bit, and say, I did this to be able to understand the text, okay? Now, I would really encourage, I'm not really sure if you can write in the chat box, but I would really encourage few responses on this question in the chat box, so that I understand where you are coming from and what's your understanding of reading strategy or reading. Is it possible for you to list a few reading strategies in the chat box? Is it enabled? Sajid, could participants write? Oh, it's available. It's available only to team members, Sajid? Or could participants write in the chat box? We can't hear you. I think you need to unmute yourself.
मैम ये आपकी स्लाइड्स वो हो गई।
अच्छा नहीं वो तो मैंने अभी की है। The question is, could the participants write in the chat box right now, or could they not? If not, that's okay. We'll move on.
Okay, skimming, scanning, and intensive reading. Mohammad Hassan साहब है।
Oh, okay. He's saying skimming, scanning, and intensive reading. Okay, wonderful. Okay, any other strategies? And we will discuss these for those who have not who don't have an understanding of this. Any other strategies that somebody could list down? I think, Sajid, you could read that. I can't for some reason.
Okay,
Okay.
we are taking. I will show you or say here.
Okay. Thank you.
Word association.
Word association. Brilliant. Absolutely. Okay. Any other strategy that comes to your mind? And I don't want a Nobel Prize winning definitions or list. Just write down whatever comes to your mind. Okay, Sajid. Any other?
Okay, identity, the main idea, and summarization.
Excellent. Absolutely. Identifying the main idea. Yes. Any other?
Predicting, visualizing, questioning,
Okay,
retelling,
great.
oral, and
Great.
identifying them.
Identifying, visualizing, predicting, questioning. Brilliant. Absolutely. These are very important reading strategies.
It's from the Bilal Roger.
Okay. 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 I think that's so far so good. And that's quite a comprehensive
Extensive
list.
reading and story maps.
Okay. So, okay. But these are techniques. Basically, extensive reading is a kind of reading. We have two kinds of reading: intensive reading and extensive reading. Just for a second, I'll just give this input that extensive reading basically is reading for pleasure purposes, for reading, not for academic purposes. Intensive reading basically is for academic purposes where you want to understand each and every detail. But when you read a novel, when you read a play, when you read a poem, you don't care about whether you know all the details because you're reading extensively, and that's the purpose. Okay, and reading strategies, reading process itself is divided into three components. The first is before reading, then during reading, and then after reading. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to share with you some strategies that good readers use before reading, which means even before they have started reading. And I have asked this question from a number of people because I do teacher training sessions for Higher Education Commission Pakistan and for British Council Pakistan as well. And many times I have asked faculty members around Pakistan when I go to Sahabad or when I visit their universities, and nowadays online. What is it that they do before reading?